Yes. Pleasant morning, afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in your deck of woods. Once again, welcome to Mystic Sensation Vibration live stream, right? And we are saying to all the people who tuning in, right? Thank you for being here, right? As it relates to the Mystic Sensation platform, you know, it is an investigative platform, and of course, we'll always do the deep dive investigation. But before we begin, let us, of course, visit our chat room to see what is going on over there, because, you know, it's quite an interactive chat room. And first, of course, we have Beverly 975. Bless up yourself, my sister, always been here. And Falmouth Girl, of course, taking the title Corruption with Impunity. Means that people engage in corrupt or dishonest behavior without fear of being punished or held accountable, right? Happy Independence Day. And while being on that, yes, let me say big up to all my Jamaican brothers and sisters as it relates to our independence, right? August 6, 1962, that we had gained independence, and we reached thus far. We you know, we had several hurdles that we had to overcome, and we are a resilient set of people, and there is nothing that we cannot overcome, right? And we do believe in that, right? We have leaped over the bounds of 400 years worth of slavery, and we are here strong and going on, unstoppable and resilient, right? Derek McCoy, Anthony, right? Big up yourself, Mirinda Ruddock, right? At It's Melly, Todd, blessings. Laverne P9R, blessings Laverne, Unique, pick up yourself. Dave Wedderburn, right? Pick up yourself. Leighton, right? And hear what David said. Let me just put up that. Remember to keep sharing and like up the live, folks. Please do. Right. Good reminder. Leighton Brown, Rennie Swaby, Nigel Taylor, Rancho Taylor. Right, Millicent, Winnie Meadows, all right. Bless up yourself, Sister Winnie. Delia Headlam, all right. Dave, okay, we call Dave already. Anne-Marie McDonald. C-Jam, bless up yourself, C-Jam. C-Jam, you understand me use the topic. You understand, because we have to discuss some serious issues as it relates to Bruce Golden's situation where the TCN is concerned. It's another high opener for us. So we will be delve deep into that, right? We have some serious bombshell as well coming up, right? Very serious. And of course, we have Melting Pot. Just come on, let me just put up got a Melting Pot there. All right. Delia Edlam, Blessing Spot, right? Peter Flynn, Patel Crushang, Vernica Shaw, right? Dave Wedderburn, Clarky 3434, Jocelyn Williams, right? I'm saying that it's good to always see our usual people. Rosalie Ricketts, Florence Denny, Dwight Gray, and you know that chat is starting to get out of hand. Abina Sarkodi, right? Okay, and let us just give an umbrella welcome to all the people, right? Tuning in, those in the lobby, locally and in the diaspora. Now, Jamaica, before I even make Melting Pot, right, come in, we have some very serious information here, right, that some bombshell revelation. We are going to get into Colonel Charles Sr., Colonel Charles Jr. as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party land grabbing over a period of 10 years, some serious situation, right, with the Jamaica Labour Party. We're going to get into that. A lot of people are going to be surprised in terms of the evidence, but we have the evidence here, right? So we are going to get into that. We are going to get into the TCN where Bruce Golding is concerned and hoping a lot of kind of worms there. Of course, we'll be touching the Daryl Vaz situation as it relates to the American ambassador. Not only that, we are going to prove him a liar, we have solid evidence that we are going to show to the people, you know, how Mystic Sensation work, right? And of course, we know that we're going to touch a little of geopolitics where Donald Trump administration is in peril. We are going to give a little of that. And it seems like Donald Trump will definitely lose the November primary. We are going to get into that and going to show evidence. What seems to be on the forefront just now, Donald Trump has lost another Senate seat. Big win for the Democrats 2 days ago. Big win. So it simply means that it is serious. And we know that if Donald Trump is of power, it is going to be the beginning of the destruction of the Jamaica Labour Party. It will not be protected by a corrupted government as it relates to Donald Trump administration. So we have a lot to get into, right? I will be asking Melting Pot to be a little bit brief and precise because we have a lot and we want to get you off that, right? So short and spicy like the previous, right? We will endorse that because we want to give the people everything, right? And as I said, we have some quite stunning information that we are going to reveal. I just can't wait. So without further ado, let me just have Brother Melting Pot, right, meet and greet his people. Brother Melting Pot.
Yes, sir, Lord Byron. Pleasant good afternoon greetings to all. And, you know, I just want to take the pleasure to say how nice it is to have so many followers worldwide following the Mystic Sensation program. And to my people who are always in the chat room, I just want to big up you all for the sterling work you have been doing over the years. You know, I just want to big up everybody worldwide as well. UK fans, Canadian fans, American fans, Caribbean fans, African fans, Pacific fans, and European fans. You know, this program has, you know, evolved over recent years and has, you know, been recognized as one of the stalwart YouTube programs that discuss politics and political affairs. I want to big up the host, Sir Lord Byron, as usual, and the man in the background. Salute to you, big man. Big up yourself. To the 2 Mile Heights, enough love and respect, same here. Union Garden, Delacree Park, Payne Avenue, Oakland Road, Crescent, yeah, Maxwell, Whitfield Town, Frank City, Jungle. Big up on yourself, man. And down in Ground Zero, big up on yourself. And to all Blood and Fire comrade, right across length and breadth of Jamaica, big up on yourself, and to the party and its leadership, big up on yourself. Melting Pot straight and back the floor to the host.
All right. You know, I love what Jocelyn said. Jocelyn said, Mystic, make sure you tell which Golding. I love that, Jocelyn. Come on. Right. You know, we are not going to here we have Marshy calling us saying that today is going to be extremely serious enough. And Marshy calling so early. Brother Marshy, good morning. Canada, so to speak. Well. Bless up yourself, Marshy.
Now, Mr. Vegas get award.
Yes.
Now, a few days ago, a labor rights tell him to move him shithole. Is the shithole award him get?
Yes, of course. But Marshy, let me say this to you, right? You have seen that Glasspool Brown have gotten an award, and you know, whosoever, as it relates to Jamaica Labour Party giving such people award, we know how that go, Brother Marshy. We know how that go.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, you saw some labor right blogger soon get some award.
Exactly.
Everybody.
You know what, Marshy? Well under Marshy. Well under Marshy. I wonder when I finish with Pernell Charles Senior and Junior today, if they are going to be getting award as well. Because we have some serious report on them, you know.
Let me tell you, Wagwana Center, you know. Paul Bogle, you know.
Oh yes.
But I want allow you to deal with it.
All right.
Now, Darrell Vard get award and the name called with the school bus. Now it's 110 school bus.
Yes.
He take money to bring in. How much you bring in?
60.
Lord God, suppose they bring in the 110. You must get the order of Jamaica. These people, their taste. The man take the $1.4 billion go near me up, do him want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And get some old bus where the people them are dump. Till this day, Darrell Vard don't show nobody the receipt to the bus them.
Exactly.
And you get this man, when get?
Out of distinction?
Out of distinction, out of Jamaica.
No, out of distinction.
Out of distinction.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one to get clip you out of the nation.
Yeah. Remember, no, Marsh, it's a criminal enterprise we are dealing with, you know. So, of course,
criminal enterprise.
The king.
You get the money, you know, bring in the goods, then you know, bring the receipt, and you get the man award, and you will stick back, you know, Andrew, this bad
terrible.
Worse and worse rock.
Terrible.
Andrew, me not telling you like, Andrew, you suppose you talk about the man that to meet, judge and meet them maker. Andrew, when you need a society, some of them society, like some place like Singapore or some other country, where you meet your maker, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to bad, Andrew.
Yes.
You're going to bad, man. I want to be a face with it. The ticket them are issue. We want to make sure we get every labor right, and if any left, then we might give the PNP them few. And I am one of those people who say Mark Golden should not attend. And if Mark Golden go, my prayer is for them to boo him when he go. A lot of people don't agree with me, but it's time to take a stand and make the Jamaica people know and understand.
All right, Marshy.
Boo him, I think, where Mark Golden go there from? You know, then corruption, they're going to sit down and skin teach with them.
But, you know, I mean, everyone is Jamaican, and I don't see why you're just being selective in giving Jamaica Labour Party supporters ticket and choose not, you understand, to give the People's National Party supporters ticket. We are all Jamaicans, and everyone is paying tax.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I love the PNP of the 1970s, you know. I love that group of PNP. I don't want to this group.
Yes.
And you know, we criticize, I am one who criticized Edward Seaga. But let me tell you something. I never know that Edward Seaga was such a gentleman till I come and buck up on this Andrew Wellness, you know.
Oh, Jesus. He's terrible, man. He's terrible.
No, man. We can't continue like this. The man borrowed nationwide, him have it free, because when I tell me understand we want to close on JS, you know, and outsource everything to nationwide, you know, that's what my understanding.
Yes.
Now, a couple weeks before the election, Mark Gordon went in Fireland and said that the media in Jamaica has been bought out.
Yes.
But that's true. Algeria now do them work. Well, we know that nationwide a few work.
There you go.
We know, you know, we have a few journalists. They're not do the work. Most of who we have is reporter and not journalists.
Exactly.
Because they're not digging. They're not digging.
They're not
They're
digging.
doing nothing. You come now. If I do something good in Jamaica, them give me the order of distinction. Is that disrespect to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When you have a look for Vegas and give Vegas order of distinction, what you doing? What you doing?
What he had contributed. What he had contributed to Jamaica. What is Vegas' contribution to Jamaica?
Him come out when they start pick up the Labour Party.
What is it? Dance to the rhythm and take away yourself. That is the contribution to Jamaica. Sick. You're sick people.
Well, the only thing he could get an award for it when Gina Jennings telling men them to usher him out.
Yes.
And he was ushered out.
All right.
The thing slap, man, when you take up, you start to give every Labourite some award. Some not only get award, you know. We know that some get reward.
Mm-hmm.
Because many of them been paid for the service that they're doing for the Jamaica Labour Party. It's a shame and disgrace.
Exactly.
This is a very, very low attitude from the Labour Party. But what do you expect?
Exactly.
The people go out, they go vote for them. We know it's not all the people because then many wear them teeth.
Well,
Many wear the teeth the election, we know.
yes, I am not, Marshy, with me now, I am not going to be sold in the narrative, right, that Jamaica Labour Party won the election. I will never ever endorse that, right? They stole the election, and so then I don't really go down the value in terms of that argument because I will never endorse that. Solid proof, right? Solid evidence that they had stolen the election. So that is where I am at with that.
Listen to me. Central Manchester, 4 division. There's 4 division. The PNP won all 4 divisions just a year before the general election. Can you tell me where the turnaround is? That Rhoda Crawford could win Central Manchester.
That's a solid point.
Our 4 division to the People's National Party and come back and win the election. I want to scrap it past you with money the night before and let off and pay people for the service. Me don't ask now.
And apart from that, Marshy, let me strengthen your argument. Because never in the history of our politics that you understand, we see areas within with certain constituencies lose the municipal and come back and win the general election. We have never seen that. We have never seen that in the history of our politics.
Never. It's bad, but suppose the Jamaica people love it. They can't sit down and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Let up yourself and your crew, sir.
Blessings. All right. Sister Winnie, me see your call. Sister Winnie, let me just allow you to and after Sister Winnie call, right, then we seize the call and we get into the investigation. People, remember, I have some serious investigation that I want to dig into. So, Sister Winnie, right, just call me back. Let me just make your voice whatever you want to say, Sister Winnie, and then, right, we close off all calls and then we get into the investigation. So, Sister Winnie, right, you have a few seconds to call back, right? Because when I start, I am going to lift clutch, right? You have to get into this investigation and put the information out there because people need to know this, right? It's a very serious situation that we are looking at, right? Where the investigation is concerned. So we are going to deal with that. So Sister Winnie, right, if you are hearing me, right, can you call back just now? Because when we start, then that's it. All right. Okay. All right. So that is it. We are going to, so apparently, Sister Winnie seems like she give up. All right. Let me just set the background here. We know that the Donald Trump administration, known two-way about it, right, is protective of the Andrew Holness administration because of the crony capitalism factor. Oh, Sister Winnie's calling. Call him back. Yes, Sister Winnie. Talk to us, Sister Winnie.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Byron.
Good afternoon, Sister
Father,
Winnie.
and that wonderful man in the UK, Mr. Melting Pot.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sister.
You mentioned Barbados. So yes, sir?
Okay, we'll do, Sister Winnie.
All right. Anyway, I can't believe they give Vegas in Nichols Man and the Powder Man award.
Well, we are not surprised. It is Andrew Holness administration. You're talking. It's a kleptocratic administration. We're not. There's no surprise there. That is expected.
Listen, do you know? I know couple JLP and they're really mad in Jamaica.
Yes, of course.
And they're family to me, and they're raving mad. Mighty God, Andrew's real. He just throwing this kind of thing into people's face, though. Why that American so-called ambassador did come and talk about Walls? Because he knew Walls was going to get an award, and they pay him to come and talk nonsense.
Exactly. But today, I am going to burst his bubbles. You understand? And bring forth the evidence. Because you know how we work around here. We don't speak and we don't have the evidence.
I know that. Anyway, listen, I was so upset this week. We got a call from the UK.
Yes.
My husband, great-grandson, 19, he passed away in his room.
Wow.
And 2 days later, they found him because, you know, he sleep on his own and he do what he got to do. But he was very good. He was he was going to university.
All right, hold on, Sister Winnie. First, let me just say my condolences, right, on behalf of the platform, and for persons in the chat, right, please send out some condolences as it relates to Sister Winnie, as it relates to the passing, right, of her nephew, right. So please send out some condolences.
No,
grandson, passing of her grandson. Yes. Sorry, right. So please send out some condolences for Sister Winnie. Thank you.
So,
yes, Sister Winnie.
So anyway, I'm going to leave you now, let you get on with the show.
All right.
Thank you very much for doing what everyone is doing, the good work for the PNP.
Thank you.
Thanks them very much. We are not independent yet, sir. We are not independent until we get rid of Andrew Holness at the jail.
True, you know, sound funny, but that's true. Thank you, Sister Winnie.
Thank you.
Blessings. Right, Sister Winnie said we are not independent until we get rid of Andrew Holness. It might sound a way that, you know, but really and truly, we are under serious suppression and oppression. But let me build the background since we are starting, right? And as we say that Andrew Holness, Donald Trump lose the primary, right? November primary coming, then of course it is going to be also a serious blow, right, for Andrew Holness and several things. So several things, you know, I mean, hovering over Andrew Holness' head, right? The Paul Buchanan scenario, right? The investigation as it relates to illicit enrichment, and of course, the electorate in the United States are seriously planning to dispatch Donald Trump. But let me show you something that happened, right, last year, where the MAGA is actually going against Donald Trump, burning, right, the Trump hats, the MAGA hats, right, and said they finished with him. But the reason why I went back there is to show you that 2 days ago, as it relates to how serious the MAGA is, right, Donald Trump had lost a Senate seat. This is serious for Donald Trump administration. And, you know, I mean, Donald Trump administration being out of the way, believe you me, the world can breathe a sigh of relief again, because a great evil would have passed us, right? This is one of the greatest evil in modern time. So let us show, right, some signal of that as evidence as it relates to MAGA burning the hats, right, of Donald Trump. Let us just play this.
We start tonight with the scandal consuming the Trump White House as MAGA leaders, top Democrats, and nonpartisan journalists demand answers about the Epstein files. This is new and dangerous territory for Donald Trump, as for the first time, he appears unable to control his own base. This morning, D.C. woke up to headlines like these. MAGA revolt. Trump discovers MAGA has no off switch. Trump and MAGA are no longer the same thing. Images of MAGA supporters literally burning their red MAGA hats are going viral online. And all of this comes a day after Trump berated Republicans as, quote, stupid and foolish for wanting more.
All right. Just giving you, right, because we have so much to run and we want to get into the art of the investigation, right? So just giving you, snippets of, that situation. And as a result of that situation, what happened 2 days ago, Trump lost, right? The Senate seat is a serious warning that the MAGA, right, burning their hats, right, burning out Trump. Trump solid core base is going against Trump, simply indicating, right, no, it doesn't look good for November. Trump is going to lose, not only merely lose, but lose in a huge way. Look at this, my Jamaican people. Let us bring up the evidence. This, right, Abdul Said, right, won. Abdul Said wins Michigan Democratic Senate primary. Big defeat.
Key leaders and President Trump believe El Said's win will give Republicans an edge this November. Democrats disagree, pointing to the large turnout in Michigan on Tuesday, a race which some analysts believe could shape the party's future. Progressive candidate Abdul El Said, the projected winner of Michigan's Democratic Senate primary, is calling for unity after narrowly beating moderate Congresswoman Haley Stevens.
The things that unite us are so much bigger than the things that divide us.
The former state health official's platform includes Medicare for all, but his position on issues like cutting U.S. military aid to Israel has concerned some moderates.
I'm very anxious about the socialist aspect of what Abdul and his supporters represent.
El Said now faces Republican Mike Rogers in the general election. The former 7-term congressman has been quick to criticize El Said's progressive policies.
This is about the heart and soul of our country. The whole country is looking at us here in Michigan. They're looking at you. And they're hoping we do everything that we can do together to make sure that we stop this in its tracks.
President Trump, who won Michigan in 2024, called El Said's win good news for Republicans. It's one of the races that could help determine the balance of power on Capitol Hill.
It is right now rated as a toss-up among a handful of states, many of which the Democrats, if they hope to get control of Congress, either have to hang on to, like Michigan, or try to pick up from the Republicans like Maine, Iowa, Ohio, North Carolina.
And on the House side,
so as we say, we are running through this because we want to touch through the investigation, right? It is show you that Donald Trump is mentally deranged, that a Democratic win, you understand? He's saying that it is good news for the Republican. How can a Democratic win be a good news for the Republican? This is, as it relates to the mental capacity of, I would say a totally, right, madman, right? Now, the Democrats on fire. But now, Jamaica. So that is that. And we just bleeding through. I don't know if Melting Pot want to address anything pertaining to that. I will allow Melting Pot to address whatever he wants to address from those two clips. Melting Pot, do you want to say anything on those two clips?
Yeah, I just want to, give a little update in terms of my projection and what I perceive that is happening. Now we all know that Donald Trump will lose the primary midterm election. Yeah, no two ways about that. But what we have to look on very significantly is the MAGA. Now you would mirror the MAGA to be the same thing like NARA, because MAGA in its entire definition is make America great again.
Exactly.
Now we see them burn that.
Yes.
So Jamaican people need to get to action and burn the NARA. Because the same foolish policy, Donald Trump run to make America great again, and what him doing, bring tariff on the world. And he do all type of thing because he want to extract wealth from elsewhere to, bring to the American shores. Now with NARA do the opposite, bringing wealth to the, like where, the MAGA deal with. MAGA bring wealth to the American shore, where NARA do is take the wealth from the people in Jamaica and give it to Andrew Wallace administration, him and him cronies. So we are
needs.
Yeah. So we have to look upon it and dissect it for what it is. Yeah. But as the rightfully said Sir Lord Byron, we are going for Trump is the beginning and the ending of Andrew Wallace in Jamaica, because it's only America protect him. Yeah. It's only Donald Trump policy and Rubio and them guys that protect Andrew Wallace and the administration. We look upon the extradition order will come to Jamaica, and I know nothing no disclose and nobody no move. That was just a mere, what you call now, reverberation for Andrew Wallace take over sovereignty and get to United States just to protect him and hold up on the extradition order paper. Yeah, because we know Donald Trump like to bluff him, he's a good poker player. And him bluff Andrew there, so, and so we come on the back of that, 10,000 TCN national. Yeah. That Andrew used, to compromise the extradition order will come at Jamaica, by accepting the 10,000. So it's a quid pro quo situation. And I them think that we are trying to eradicate out of Jamaica. As Sister Winnie said, the Sister Winnie are the previous caller, that Jamaica will never be independent until they get rid of Andrew Wallace. And that is logically, Sister Winnie, that is logically applauded, because we know this guy all about the country. So we have to just look at everything and just contextualize what we know, and how we know things need to, shape, because we have to get Jamaica as a house in order to move forward, And I am about the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, blessings. Let me just answer Anne-Marie's question. Anne-Marie said, what about Pegasus Mystic? Trump can't use it in the election November. Well, remember, Anne-Marie, America is quite sophisticated and they know about the Pegasus, right? So they have their, counter attack to the Pegasus. So Donald Trump, you understand, doesn't make sense. He tried to even attempt that, right? America is very serious as it relates to their election. Now, having said that, Jamaica, right, we are going to get into some very serious situation, right? And one of the things that, drive me towards this research, right, was Omar Newell, right? I'm going to make you hear that. And I spent the time in doing some investigation. I actually spoke to Rattigan in terms of, certain situation. I also, I made an attempt, to call Isaac Buchanan as well, didn't get through to Isaac. So when I come off here, right, we'll be doing some more serious search, right, in terms of the investigation that I'm on with Pernell Charles and Pernell Charles Senior and Junior. And we want to put this out there. And as a matter of fact, I am saying that someone who is listening, right, in St. Thomas, as it relates to them being booted off the land by Pernell Charles, if you can call me, or have persons call me, right? We want to have a dialogue with you based on the findings of what we have found. And we are asking also the Integrity Commission investigators to have some look into it. We are asking the Jamaica Constabulary Force, right, to have some look into what we are going to present this morning, and we'll be also showing the people, right, the facts, right, and we are just putting it out there, right, giving the awareness so that Colonel Charles Senior, right, knows very well, or being aware that, of course, he has our attention. Now, let us hear what Mr. Noel is saying. As I said, this is the reason for me to do this research.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Today, I welcome the decision taken by the National Environment and Planning Agency to issue an enforcement notice halting the construction of fish ponds at Barking Lodge, St. Thomas, pending the submission and review of the required application. Last week, in my capacities as Shadow Minister for Environment and Climate Resilience and the chairman of the People's National Party's Region 2, which covers St. Thomas, Portland, and St. Mary, I joined Member of Parliament for Eastern St. Thomas, Yvonne Rose Shaw, on a visit to Barking Lodge and Old Pira, following concerns raised by residents. Among the issues highlighted was the construction of several fish ponds adjacent to, and in some cases bordering the playfield used by students of Barking Lodge Primary School. Residents expressed concern that the ponds could pose a safety risk to children once operational. Following inquiries by MP Shaw, NEPA confirmed that no approvals had been granted for the development, despite public claims that the necessary permits had been obtained. This week, the agency served an enforcement notice requiring all work to cease until the appropriate application is submitted and considered. I commend NEPA for acting decisively to uphold the law. This sends an important message that our environmental and planning laws apply equally to everyone, regardless of position or influence. Sustainable development must always take place within the framework of the law, and where citizens raise legitimate concerns, those concerns deserve to be addressed fairly and transparently. The visit also brought renewed attention to another long-standing community issue. Residents reported that a fence and gate have been erected across a pathway that has provided public access to the beach for decades, restricting a route traditionally used by generations of families. While the environmental matter is now before the relevant authority, legal consultations are underway regarding public access to the beach. Access to our beaches is a matter of significant public interest, and so we are consulting with attorneys to determine the legal options available to protect the rights of the people of Barking Lodge and Old Pira, the rights they have enjoyed for generations. Development must respect both our environmental laws and the rights of the communities in which it takes place. Now, I reaffirm my own commitment to working alongside MP Rose Shaw and the people of St. Thomas to ensure that development proceeds responsibly, safely, and in accordance with the law, while protecting the interests of local communities.
Visit our website at PN.
Right. Thank you, Omar Newell, right, for that. Really appreciate the fact that, of course, the People's National Party is indeed defending the people. My Jamaican, what I'm going to reveal as it relates to the investigation, Melting Pot, this investigation is going to proceed, and I have to develop the background for this. Right? Did you want to speak anything on that, Omar Newell, or you want me to continue?
No, well, I can just run over that a bit, because I mean, the matter of concern in terms of how much land the child them have and how they use the land.
Exactly.
Yeah, and how much red tape that land poses to the resident in St. Thomas. Now you see where he might erect the fish pond them beside a school basically, which is an environmental issue right away, right? So yeah. And you see where NEPA have to step in. Yeah, and NEPA make say no approval been granted. And all work should be halted. Yeah. And then you see again who spot them at erect fence and gate to prevent access to the beach in Barking Lodge. Now these people, how did them get the land in the first place? Because when we look, well, on Sir Byron, when we look on the transaction what we see, with Pernell Child, yeah, and the land them out of Golden Gate Estate, that is a fictitious document me I look on. Because in my wildest imagination, yeah, and I'm living in Jamaica at the time when him get the land them, yeah. I have never heard of these land was up for auction. You don't even see it in the classified ads. That is a secret deal. Yeah, because remember, Pernell Child was in charge of Ministry of Labour, You understand? And them man, they know about all of the cane field land there. You understand? And them know about the land out there. And as a matter of fact, the owner for the land, who had the land, is a man from overseas. And when they leave Jamaica, he said the workers them supposed to utilize the land. So I don't know this land up in the Charles them, and but I know them going with some fictitious thing for that little bit of money. Yeah, joke. And then I come out now, I suppress the people in St. Thomas. So I'm glad Rosemary Shaw, I put her foot on the ground and, sort out the matter and get things straight out. Because the child them fill up, And St. Thomas people have them too long over St. Thomas and them not come from there, them come from St. Ann. You understand? You can't let them not do what them doing at St. Anne's, what them doing at St. Thomas, No. So St. Thomas people now have to realize that them people that come there as a land grabber. And I will force the price of them land because anytime them start selling them land as prime asset, because them are getting investor for them land with them have, They push up the land price in St. Thomas. St. Thomas people have to find some go. So you better know what I do. I back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
Well said, Melting Pot. Short and spicy, right? And on point. Let me say that. Now, Jamaica, where we are going as it relates to the high level of criminality with Pernell Charles' family and land grabbing. I am going to take you with me in the deep dive investigation, and Jamaica people are going to be shocked. And so then we are using this effort in asking the relevant authority to please investigate this. Please investigate this. It is a cruel act being done where the very same people of St. Thomas voted for Pernell Charles to represent them. And Pernell Charles went in. And the sort of representation that Pernell Charles had given was to rob the people out of their land. So I want St. Thomas people who tuning in, right, to give me a call, because we are going to put this on the forum. Let me say this. Now, I am not joking. Let me show you as it relates to certain development before I get into the evidence, as it relates to the confrontation, right, in 2022 with Pernell Charles and the people in Old Peria. Let me show you the confrontation. This is very serious, Jamaica. I want every Jamaican listening and share out the live, people. This is extremely, extremely serious. You're going to see the evidence. You're going to be shocked. Now, let us look at this. Let us get into here and show the evidence as it relates to Pernell Charles engaged these people in 2022. Melting Pot, I want you to write down certain evidence as it relates to Pernell Charles, right? Let me give you some information that I want you to write down. A bangarang today, no? This is extremely serious. Okay, no. So Pernell Charles engaged residents in 2021, and this is the evidence of the clip, right? So Melting Pot, I want you to write down. Pernell Charles engaged resident in Old Pira in 2021. Please write down that because that is very important.
There have been reports in the media recently of an area of disputed land in eastern St. Thomas called Old Piera. Residents there are disputing the claims of ownership of the land by former Member of Parliament, Pernell Charles Sr. His daughter, MP Dr. Michelle Charles, found herself in the middle of confrontation with irate residents while the area was visited by opposition leader Mark Golding. Melvin Pennant has that story.
When our news team visited Old Pira in eastern St. Thomas, this is what we found: irate residents.
Yes, I feel it. They can't take it from me. I rebel with them. We don't want nothing like that, boy. Yes, I feel it, please. When me come last week, I just never gone with them as soon as I came. Me never see this before. So me don't know a Pernell and Miss Charles and both daddy place. Where daddy get here? Where daddy born from? Daddy not born here.
They claim that they have been disrupted from gainful employment by the owner of the land, former Member of Parliament, Pernell Charles Sr. The disgruntled citizens recently reached out to the opposition leader, Mark Golding.
I'm here today at the invitation of local community members. As leader of the opposition, they reached out to me and said that they were very unhappy about what's happening here at Old Pira. So I visited, and essentially what has happened is that the beach and an island off the coast, which is accessible because the water is not very deep, which had been used as a campsite for an eco-friendly camp operation where persons from the local community were making a good living or hustling off of it because they could cook, they could supply food and beverage and other services needed by the visitors who were camping there. That had been shut down by the person who claims to be the owner, former MP Pernell Charles, and signs have been erected saying it's all private property and so on. The beach is also a beach where fishermen go out to sea from, and there's a right of way which they have used.
Mr. Golding sided with the residents.
Money can't buy this. This is priceless. And if the community has always had the benefit of coming here to recreate, to enjoy themselves, cook a little food, converse, meditate, what I mean. Yeah. With the MP should not allow that. She must protect the people and their rights to use this.
Eastern St. Thomas Member of Parliament, Dr. Michelle Charles, also visited the area on the same day.
When I got there, I was quite surprised because I saw the council caretaker for the Dalby Division and Mr. Beckford, which is I think he's a liaison officer, and he accused me and my family of stealing land.
Mr. Charles Sugarland, that's madness. Mr. Beckford, who not taken enough, don't want to take this. We will fight to the bitter end to defend this from the people. You and your father need to go back to Central and live in Eastern St. Thomas. You have taken enough land in all these parcels of land that the former MP is claiming ownership of. We have not seen no paperwork from him, neither have we seen any title to say that he is the owner to support his claim.
This was Dr. Charles' response to the accusations.
So I said to him, Mr. Beckford, call the police. The reality of it is, it's very easy for someone to look up who owns what property. It's something that you just simply go and do. And I told the leader of the opposition that he can go ahead and do that. Everyone has access to find out who owns what property. But for me, I am grateful that the government of Jamaica has taken up under their wing the parish of St. Thomas, in particular, Eastern St. Thomas.
She said there are governmental development plans in the...
Now, Jamaica, this is a serious criminality, right? Now, let me just bring up this. And Michelle Charles, right, stood there defending a lie that they are the owner of the land. Defending a lie. I honestly want the St. Thomas residents as it relates to Old Pira, right, to make sure they give me a call. I want to have a conversation with them. Because where I'm going, I am going to show Jamaica, right, the truth. Now, Melting Pot, I want you to write down the name for me. Let me get the name here. Because Colonel Charles Sr. claimed that Mr. Harold Haswell, yeah man, we got deep dive investigation. Harold Haswell sold him the land. There's no evidence of that. None whatsoever. And we're going to show the people, right, everything today. Now let us get into evidence number one. And we do it in a chronological sequence for people to understand. Let us get into evidence number one. Here it is, Jamaica people. Property timeline details October 1963. The main portion of the Pereira estate land officially became the property of Harold James Haswell. Melting Pot, I wanted to write down that name. Harold James Haswell. The prior transaction in 1957, a separate 11-acre parcel previously linked to Ashwell in Old Pira was transferred to Pira Limited. Not transferred to Pernell Charles. Not transferred to Pernell Charles' wife and Pernell Charles' daughter as what he claimed. Later transfers, portion of the land later shifted ownership decades afterwards, involving transfer tied to family and corporate entities like St. Thomas Farms Limited. This is where Pernell Charles, right, Sr. and Pernell Charles Jr. would have knowledge, right, of this land as it relates to the St. Thomas Farms Limited. Now, let us take this away. We are breaking it down one by one so that people can understand what really happened here. Let's take it away. Now look at this, my Jamaican people. Follow me. Follow Mystic Sensation. Look at this. So that is document number one. Let us go to document number two. We are getting into the art of this. Pernell Charles Sr., as it relates to this document, purchased the Old Pira property in St. Thomas. People, I want you to listen in. I want you to listen. Pernell Charles Sr. purchased the Old Pira property in St. Thomas, Jamaica from Harold James Ashwell, who previously acquired. Let me just answer this number here. Yes, caller, you're Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mystic. Right now, melting pot is not on, so you're gonna have to repeat when you get back. It's not on right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, my dear.
Okay.
All right.
No problem.
Yes. Okay. Colonel Charles Sr. purchased the old Pira property in St. Thomas, Jamaica, from Harold James Ashwell, who previously acquired the Pira estate property in October 1963. This is what is out there. That Colonel Charles Sr. purchased the old Pira property in St. Thomas, Jamaica, from Harold James Ashwell, who previously acquired the Pira estate property in October 1963. This is what is there. Land purchase detail, previous owner, Harold James Ashwell. Property, portions of land in Old Pira, St. Thomas. Transaction history, over 1,100 acres were later transferred in July 1991 to Charles Sr.'s wife, Gloria Charles. People, bear in mind, this property so claimed to transfer to Charles' senior wife, Gloria Charles, and daughter, Patrice Charles. Remember, you know, that them saying to people. See the people, see the evidence here. This is what they say. They can't come back from this evidence. This is what they so-called claim. And have this information out there, and Google search picked up this. This is what they claim. Transaction history. Over 1,100 acres were later transferred in July 1991 to Charles' senior wife, Gloria Charles, and daughter Patrice. What a bangarang to them. What a bangarang to them. Let me stop this. Yeah. You don't know shop me I go, people. If you don't know shop me I go, right? This serious. Let me take on this. If you people know where I'm going, this serious. Melting pot, are you taking the notes?
Yes, long time I take notes. I
Try
was in the background taking the notes then.
Try to take the notes. Let us go to PC3 document because we have them in a chronological sequence in a melting pot. Now hear it now. Hear it now. Another search, Colonel Charles Sr. did not directly purchase the main 1,100 acre property from Harold James Ashwell. Melting pot, take note. Rather, that land was transferred to Charles Sr.'s family members in July 1991. So then, if it was not directly purchased from Harold James Ashwell, melting pot, the question is, who transferred this land to Charles' senior family members in July 1991? However, an 11-acre parcel previously owned by Ashwell was transferred to Charles' senior company, St. Thomas Farms Limited, in January 1985. You think you see the bangarang yet? 1,100 acre property transferred in July 1991 to Charles Sr.'s wife, Gloria Charles, and daughter Patrice Charles for $40,000, later gifted to St. Thomas Farms Limited in March 2024. Harold Ashwell had originally acquired this title in October 1963. 11-acre property Old Pira transferred to Charles Senior Company, St. Thomas Farms Limited in January 1985 for the sum of 789,000 Jamaican dollars. Now, let us take this away. Bangarang today, you know. Let us take this away. Right? Mystica, where you going? We didn't prove nothing yet. Hold on, because we not get there yet. Hold on. Let us bring PC4. That's the people them who look on and say, but oh, Mystic I show. Mystic not connect the dot, man. Mystic not connect the dots. Mystic not connecting the dots at all. I don't get it. Where are you going with? Where are you going with this, Mystic? All right, let us go to PC4. Now, the question we asked as it relates to the situation here. Colonel Charles Jr. previously, I want people to understand this. Remember now that Colonel Charles' property transferred 1985. But Colonel Charles did not engage the residents until 2021. So Colonel Charles took 36 years to have dialogue with these people. So you know by then adverse position would have clicked in. Adverse position. So the people who live on the land are doing business on the land, right? Would have now in the access of adverse position, because the adverse position timeline would be 12 years. People I want to take note. Colonel Charles Jr. previously served as the Minister of Housing. Why do you think I'm going here? Showing the Colonel Charles Jr. of the Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change. A ministry that oversees land divestment. People, I want you to look at this. Colonel Charles Jr. previously served as the Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change. A ministry that oversees land divestment and work closely with the National Land Agency to issue land titles. So remember now, people, that Colonel Charles Jr. Sr. did not approach the people until after his son becomes the Minister of Housing. Work closely with National Land Agents to issue land title. If Colonel Charles purchased the land from 1985, why did Colonel Charles did not approach those people and waited 36 years until after his son becomes the Minister of Housing that works closely with National Land Agents to issue land title? The members of Charles' family operate private legal and real estate practices, such as the law offices of Colonel P. Charles Jr. that interact with title office on behalf of clients. Now, hold on, people. Hold on, people. Come back here, some people. Look at this. Let us get into PC5. Now, Colonel Charles Jr. worked with housing portfolios in the Jamaican government starting in 2019. Right? As a minister without portfolio, handling housing, and later served as the full Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change from 2022. So he became Minister 2019, people. Melting pot, write this down. 2019. Colonel Charles did not engage with those people until 2021. I want people to look in terms of what I'm saying. Colonel Charles Jr., right? 2019 as a minister without portfolio handling housing and later served as the full Minister of Housing, Urban Renewal, Environment and Climate Change. So then, okay, if Colonel Charles purchased the land in 1985, why did it took Colonel Charles 36 years before Colonel Charles engaged with the people who live on the land? The next question. Why until Colonel Charles Jr. became minister of such area that have influence and access to land title 2019 as a minister without portfolio of land handling housing, that Colonel Charles, 2 years after his son became the minister of housing and have access as it relates to land title and so forth, 2 years after, Colonel Charles Sr. now approaching those people, but waited 36 years as he so claimed that he had purchased the land in 1985 and waited 36 years before he approached the people. But hold on, I'm going to touch that yet. Hold on. May I have the bomber, people. May I have the bomber, yeah. So you waited 36 years not to engage until after your son becomes minister of housing. No. I'm going around today now. I don't think we touch the bomb yet. Hold on, the people. Follow me. Follow Mystic Sensation. Yeah. I'll never lead you on astray. Hey, problem here. We want this to be investigated. Let us go to 6. Now, people, here it is. I searched what Mystic Sensation had done. Had searched, do a research on Harold James Ashwell. Harold James Ashwell was a prominent South Africa born architect and hotelier in Jamaica who owned and operated the historic Mona Great House Hotel in Seaga. And I did my research and I link him also to the old Pira property and pioneered the design of several public library building on the island through his firm. Watch this now, people. Architecture, he pioneered specialized public library layouts such as the Hanover Parish Library in Lucy, designed to maximize ventilation and indirect natural light. Mona Hotel, he leased and eventually acquired the historic Mona Great House property, expanding it with additional guest rooms, a swimming pool, and cottage before it later transitioned into residential housing. So it is showing you, right, as it relates to Harold James Ashwell. What are the people? Let's take this away. Let's take this away. So I leave the bombshell for last. Let's go to page 7. What a bangarang today. Now, when I do the search, right, as it relates to Mr. Harold Ashwell, Mr. Harold Ashwell as well, he and his wife owned and operated the Mona Great House Hotel in Jamaica during the 1930s, and he spent part of the 1960s managing and visiting properties there. Historical records indicate he moved from Jamaica to Cape Town, South Africa, melting pot, in what?
1970.
Hey! Ball out! So we're on the melting pot. If Mr. Harold Ashwell decided that he's going to leave Jamaica and pack up and left Jamaica, right? Why would he 1970, he left Jamaica. Now we are here in Jamaica as it relates to the history. We linked him in South Africa. Colonel Charles is saying that he purchased the property 1985.
Bangarang.
No, no bangarang. Speak proper English. I no bangarang this. I no bangarang this. Speak proper English.
Thief. Thief.
No, hold on, melting pot. Please speak proper English. It is not bangarang. It is bungurum.
Well,
when you have to speak properly. It is what?
Bungurum.
Hold on, I'm going to take a sip off of the bourbon now. Hold on there.
Hey, I what about do with Mystic Sensation and Melting Pot? Because them thing I was don't want them information. Hold on, we still don't want them information a long time. We know the man thief the land, you know.
Hold on, man. Melting Pot, hold on. Don't you all way.
Them going to hold, man. Remember, we are do the digging and deep diving into criminality affair in Jamaica with the politician them go on with over the years, you know. Where them feel like them have it locked away in our vault. Nobody couldn't find it. We find them thing there.
Hold on a melting pot. Soon get a bit good. Hold on a minute. He and his wife owned and operated the Mona Great House Hotel in Jamaica during the 1930s. And he spent parts of the 1960s managing and visiting properties there. Historical records indicate he moved from Jamaica to Cape Town, South Africa in 1970. 15 years after where Colonel Charles Sr. is claiming that he had purchased the property from this man in 1985.
Mystic, 1 minute. Mystic, 1 minute. Me, I gonna ask you a question. Did that man come back to Jamaica?
No.
Okay, continue.
All right. So, and we have evidence of the properties that he owned. We have evidence, and that is one of the reasons why for today I was calling Isaac Buchanan, so we can get right the folio number and the title number and see as it relates to adverse position being claimed on that. Now, let me stop and take this away. Now, Jamaica. What this appears that Colonel Charles Jr. went into the politics, be the Minister of Housing, have access to all of these information, being fully aware of those lands that were vulnerable. And whether he took advantage of adverse position, but they would have known the profile of Harold Ashwell. Tied Harold Ashwell, claiming that they purchased the land from Harold Ashwell in 1985. However, Harold Ashwell wasn't in Jamaica 1985. Harold Ashwell had departed Jamaica 1970 with his entire family and went back to South Africa. I called Brother Rattigan. We want to do some search to find Harold Ashwell if he has not died, and where we can speak directly to Harold Ashwell to clear up for us. Because, okay, is it that Colonel Charles is saying that while Harold Ashwell was not in Jamaica, he was still able to contact Harold Ashwell by whatever means right? And a purchase still managed to happen. While that is a possibility, that needs to be investigated, which we are currently investigating that. However, accessibility to the information as it relates to Colonel Charles Jr. having connections, it would appear that, of course, he would now have the advantage, because we know a fact where people names have been changing out and evidence of the title office involving such corruption. But the red flags is so bright that Colonel Charles Sr. claimed that he purchased the land. So let me ask a question. The next question that I want to ask, Melting Pot, before I bring it in. If Ashwell did not transfer the land to Colonel Charles Jr., the question, Melting Pot, who did? Let me bring it in. Who did? Let me bring it in.
Well, I can tell you, no one did. They stole it because they know fully well what was going on with the land. Remember from the outset, I brief you on the subject matter, and as it relates to this man having the land. Yes. Yeah, a lot of people were working for him on the land. And when he decided to leave Jamaica, he left the land for the people. Okay? And there it is. He did not do a sales transaction. That man has never been back to Jamaica. Yeah? Yes. Never been back to Jamaica. Harold James Ashwell has never been back to Jamaica. Yeah, I'm just done with Jamaica. And leave it for the people who used to work with him. Yeah, to live on the land and continue farm the land.
Yes.
These people use what we know they can use, delinquent tactics, because apparently the people on the land were not paying taxes probably for the land in that regard. And then they know about it. And as you write the point out, yeah, Colonel Charles Jr. went and served in the Ministry of Housing and Title and Land Title. And that's where all the transaction was done. That's when he was fully aware of the land and the whole, details surrounding these land. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he decided and call him that and then take it away. Yes. Them steal the land.
Yes.
Yeah, because you cannot purchase land, yeah, and then you use an extended period of 36 years before you establish that you are the owner for the land. Out of the blue, that you just appear out of the blue and claim the land because them give themselves a time period, yeah. And these things are widely regarded practice amongst the Jamaica Labour Party people. Yeah, and so these things must be investigated thoroughly. I sure you can, if you don't get to even Harold, you can get to some relative member. Yeah, this contact can be done and it can be proved once and for all. Because remember in the 70s, and like now when we have internet, Yeah, so Charles and Harold would have to meet up and do a business transaction. That would have to take place person to person, not over internet. We did not have that in 1970. When the man leave and come 1985 and all them year there, we still never up to date with them thing there. You understand? Them period they had the Seaga around the place. We don't have no internet. So Harold James would have to come back to Jamaica. Or Charles fly go to Cape Town in South Africa. So I know which part the sales transaction take place. Charles, we tell you something, Hey, we're in for a rough ride, round here, so, with Mystic and Melting Pot, Because you see this land, we know about the land so how many years now, and we have the details for the land. Yeah, that land was never advertised up for sale in the Sunday Classified. Yeah, that was a secret agreement between the Charles, the son, and the daddy. And them steal the land. Yeah, I no want to, get rid of the people off of the land. The land was left for the people. But one thing I blame a lot of Jamaicans for, you know, when you get gift, you know, don't feel like it no need remittance, you know. When you just measure off on the place, get it severe, get on the title and pay for the thing. But when you just sit down on it and make the child them want to take it from the back door. Yeah? So we are here now to educate the people them as to when you get something, yeah, make sure you know to do the right thing with it. I back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron, because we have a whole heap of movements to move on.
All right. All right. Now, melting pot, I want to touch a more serious situation. Because as we said, right, that the Mystic Sensation platform is a 100% investigative platform. And we are certified, fully certified in this category. Right? Now, we are going to go to the TCN, where the truth lies, another bangarang. And that American ambassador, we are going to put him on notice and expose him. Let me say this to you, ambassador, that you cannot strengthen crony capitalism as it relates to the camera, as it relates to the Caribbean. Democratic socialism is rising. And you have to understand that. So you coming out and try to defend Andrew Ones or defend Darrell Valls. We have the evidence to push you back. Now, let us get into this. Jamaica, I want to show you something before I get into that. We are going to touch the TCN situation. And let me build the background. I spent the time and I went through in listening keenly to RJ Marks saying that the United States initiate the contact pertaining to TCN. And I took the time and listened keenly to Horace Chan, who also admitted that the United States initiate the contact. And I also took the time and listened keenly to Dana Morris, who also admitted that the United States initiate the contact. And I also took the time to listen to Bruce Golding, who collaborating the impact of fusion of narratives out there in agreement saying United States initiate the contact. Jamaica, this is where it is dangerous for all of us. But for evidence, in terms of where I'm going, let us show the people solidly what RJ Marks stated. Because we don't want to misquote her as it relates to the position she took saying United States initiate. Bangarang today, people, Bangarang. Let us listen.
No, when I saw that, I thought at first it was just an error. But the more it has played out around, it was a deliberate attempt to cause confusion. The TCN MOU was signed in June.
On June 10, Minister Chan says.
Yes, on
and the
June
newspaper
10.
story was June 16.
the diplomatic note asking for a meeting to discuss the 10,000 TCNs that could have caused a confusion. That was dealt with from the 10th of March.
Hello? All right, just hold the line. As soon as I finish with this, I make a talk. Just hold the line. Don't go anywhere. Hold the line. All right. We want to just show the people as it relates to the admittance.
And by the 11th of March, there would have been another email going out to say the 10,000 program is going to be dealt with separately. The decision now is just to focus on the TCN of 10 to 25 persons coming to the country every fortnight. Even if somebody didn't quite get it right, if you put 10,000 with that, it will be about 16 years before you get there. So it would not have made sense. But the point is that diplomatic note came in 2.5 months before. It was answered, it was settled, it was put aside. So the person who leaked the signed MOU and decided to leak the diplomatic note to conflate the two things, it was a deliberate action.
Okay. So you heard definitively what Arjo Marx is saying, that there are two separate issues and people are confused in conflating the two issues. So we have that as evidence that Arjo Marx is saying United States initiate, right, the contact. Let us stop this for a minute and, of course, invite our caller to speak to us. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation.
Yes, Mystic. I am a regular. Watching you for many years now.
Yes, thank you.
And I sent something on your phone.
Yes, my dear.
Could you look at it, please? I'm living nowhere.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I have to catch up in some.
Hold on, Mr. Star. Hold the line. Don't leave. Yes, caller. You're saying?
I have to catch up in.
Hold on, caller. Hold on, Mr. Star. Hold on. Yes.
I sent the photo of my damaged house. What Melissa had.
Okay.
When Melissa's show.
Yes.
My house is totally gone.
Okay. All right.
And I send it to your phone.
All right. Hear what happened now. I am going to have to talk to you off the air, right? Let me talk to you off the air with that. Here?
Yes, sir.
Blessings, my brother. Blessings. All right. Cool. All right. Let me just yes, Macaulay, you want to be online? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let me have our sister talk to us online. Aye.
Look at Mystic.
Yes.
Lord Jesus, this is a bangarang, you know.
What do you mean if this is a bangarang?
More than bangarang. Mystic, you have to go 10 bodyguard when you're ready to go back to Jamaica, you know.
No, me line up about 100 already.
Yes, man, you're melting pot. Look at the house where they listen to you know.
Yes.
You melting pot and we in lump, so I'm not trying to go back to Jamaica.
We are the government worst nightmare.
Because Mystic, you do your research when you go to do research, you know.
Yes.
You do your research, Mystic. That's why me have to watch your Mystic. Because look here, me learn from you.
You love you, my sister. Love you, my sister.
I mean, listen to how melting pot talk and me absorb and other things. Mystic, look here, man. Me fear for you, you know. I want to make sure so I don't have 100 bodyguard. When you don't go back down there, you can't walk so freely.
Yeah, we anticipate a lot. We anticipate.
You know, put in pepper on them. You
Yeah.
know, can them like some can pork. Mystic, you know, can them, you know. Mystic, Mr. You know, can them right, left, and center, Mystic.
All right.
Jesus, Mystic. Why we did? Me friend, you know, me love you, me like how Jesus love the children, Mystic.
Thank you, my sister.
Something we make we learn, we learn from, you know.
All
If
right.
we know watching a program, we know learn.
All
And
right.
I tell us in this me watching a program and me learn. And Mystic member, me tell you, say me fear for you, you know me. Actually, you know me love you like how Jesus love the
We love you too, man.
You know what do.
We love you
You hear
too.
me say?
We love you too, my sister.
All right.
All right.
Continue your program. All
Blessings.
right?
Blessings.
Have a blessed day now.
Blessings.
Respect.
All right. You see, these are the calls that energize us as it relates to our sisters and brothers because we love them, right? And we will defend our people, right? And trust me, if our life has to be taken, right, we are going to defend. We want to be, as it relates to the right angle of history, right? So let me just take another call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mystical. One question I have to ask you.
Yes, talk to me.
Mr. Ashwell still alive? When did he pass away?
Very
Does
good.
he have a will?
Very good question. All right. And I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked that question because we are currently in the background right now. We are trying to pursue as it relates to his awareness, right? We want to have a conversation with him if he has not died, right? So we are doing that investigation behind the scene. I'll be speaking to, right, other relevant people, right, to begin certain investigations serious with this because this is extremely serious, extremely serious.
We need to find out. I do believe that maybe all the Charleses might be a part of the 14 illicit enrichment people.
Oh, my
Me just
goodness.
say.
Yes.
You know, me just say.
Yes,
But
I
I'm
got you.
glad that you are putting this stuff out.
Yes.
Maybe, you know, the Integrity Commission or
Yes.
whoever them said them name, because they got no integrity. They're not doing their jobs as they should. It's fine for them to come out but you make a charge against a man and he's sitting in government, Mr. Wheatley is still sitting there. You have no respect for the Integrity Commission. But when it comes to this man, we need to find out if he's still alive. Does he have a will? Did he will that man? Did he mention the dates, the way I mentioned, he's still alive? But me not know. Me just say.
Yes. We are going to get to the bottom of this. We are going to get to the bottom of this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Love that. Yeah, we have to get to the bottom of this as it relates to what we are seeing there right now, too, about that, right? And that is one of the reasons why we are putting it out there to tell Pernell Charles Sr. and Jr., right, that they have Mystic Sensation attention, right? And we will be coming up with the goods. We are not going to leave it here, right, for sure. Now, so let us get into, right, the next year. So we are showing Jamaica as it relates to what Audrey Marks said, Bangarang today, no? Bangarang, serious Bangarang. That Audrey Marks is saying that Jamaica, it is the United States who initiate us. I did not make any proposal. Okay, that's fine. Now let us get into this. Look at this. We want to make sure that we are 100% correct. And that is one of the reasons why when the people come over Mystic Sensation, they know, my people know that Mystic Sensation don't speak on subject that he doesn't have any source information for. So the people over here, right, are guaranteed that Mystic Sensation is going to give them the source. Source document, this is JIS Information Service. TCN arrangement was initiated by the U.S. Senator Morris Dixon said that. Look, there it is. Evidence. Evidence. Right? Let me just answer this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Oh, I want my brother. Blessings. Blessings.
General melting pot.
Ah.
Blessings for yourself.
Blessings.
You know what going on, brother.
Talk to me.
Me just can't hold him out. I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You know what I want, and you know what I love to say. I mean, I'm saying this. I want market you hear me. You see, you brother Byron. We want the government to point to the highest order of the law of Jamaica. I see the thing I'm telling you. Because I said, all of them Lebanese, they've been locked up in one cold prison. Not gonna joke about it. The whole of them, these wicked labor like that, them go away, them go cold prison.
Extremely vicious.
Wickedness,
Extremely vicious.
wickedness, and Almighty God.
Don't too be about that.
We say, all you and Brother Wilfred and Brother Isaac can do the head of the Jamaica judiciary and law and prosecutor to take them into prison. Because nobody is afraid of them. Only that we can say, my brother.
All right, my brother.
I'm back at class.
Blessings, blessings, blessings. Right? We are doing this, right, for our Jamaican people. And remember, Jamaica, our faces are not hidden behind any curtain. Right? They know, and we know them. But we are doing, right, God's will and carrying out God's mandate in defending our people. So here it is.
Hello and welcome to this special ministerial update with Information Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon here on the Jamaica Information Service. Dr. Dixon, thank you so much for joining us. Lots of discussion about the third-party national agreement with the U.S. Firstly, what do you say to Jamaicans now who are upset and concerned about why our government is entering into this agreement now with the U.S.?
I can understand the concern, and especially given how the news broke. You know, it broke with this 10,000 number, and I can see any Jamaican being alarmed when they hear a number like 10,000. So I understand the sentiments, but I say to every Jamaican that as a government, we've always been very transparent. We've always acted in the interest of Jamaica and Jamaicans. And this is just another example of that. And the Third Country Nationals program is one that the US is negotiating with many countries currently, and it has finalized negotiations with many other countries, and it has started to be operational. So I do understand, and that's part of the reason we're having this conversation, is really to answer the questions. Our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Chang, would have answered a lot of questions. He had a press release out. He spoke for a long time in Parliament. And now I get to, add a bit more information from my information portfolio in terms of what's really being discussed at Cabinet so that Jamaicans understand what this is.
And even to talk about the what's being discussed, people would want to know as well, why has the government entered into this agreement?
All right, so this is an agreement that is, as I said, being negotiated by the US with many, many different partners. And
all right, stop that, because that is what I want my Jamaican people to hear. Where R.J. Marks is saying that the United States initiated, Dana Morris Dixon is saying that the United States initiated. We have evidence of what being communicated here. Let us take this away. We are juggling. Right? Because as I said, bang around today, no joke. Now, Jamaica. Remember that everyone else apart from Andrew Holness, everyone is saying, as it relates to R.J. Marks, Horace Strong, Dana Morris Dixon is saying that United States initiated. Andrew Holness is saying something different. Andrew Holness is saying that the United States did not initiate. It's Jamaica who initiated. Was Andrew Holness hiding under fear? hiding under fear. Listen, Jamaica. Listen.
We would never accept that.
Yes, sir.
So the people who are likely to come are persons who are vetted, and we are insisting that whoever it is that will come, and they are not deportees in the strictest sense of the word as how we understand it. They are coming here to transit back to their home country.
Okay.
That's it. So they're not expected to stay here for any long period of time. It is a mere transit period. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of National Security, the Minister of Information, they will give you more information as they have completed negotiations. But I want to give you the assurance. No follow foolishness.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely nothing like that.
Okay, sir.
Absolutely nothing like that. All right?
Okay,
and
sir.
nobody has come to Jamaica under the agreement so far. All right? Because the agreement has not been operationalized. We don't work out the terms, where they're going to stay, and all of those things. Those things not worked out yet. We are in negotiations with it, but it's not worked out yet.
Okay.
All right? So rest assured.
Thanks, man.
All right? Me can't work so hard to bring the crime rate down. To go big up.
No,
Sometimes
that's
we must think.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good.
Okay.
All right. So I've just handed over a social housing unit, and I'm here with the lovely Eugenie Brown. You see how she look? Like a youngster. And Eugenie approached me with a concern. Tell him what is your concern, Eugenie.
Yes, sir. I get to understand that the deportees that are coming to Jamaica, that you are welcoming them here, they are rapists, murderers, and you're carrying them to Jamaica. Oh, we're going to survive with them here under this circumstances that's going on in Jamaica, we are trying to put under control. How we going to manage those with them? We want to know exactly if they are victims or whatever.
So who tell you that now?
I hear it on the social media, and I saw Mr. Golin demonstrating yesterday in Goal, saying that you're inviting convicted people in Jamaica.
And you believe that?
I don't believe yet, but that is why I asked you.
Good.
If I did believe, I would run with it.
All right.
That is why I'm asking you.
There are two lessons here. One, don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of you because you hear something, you don't take it as truth.
Yeah.
You go and seek further information to verify.
Yes, sir.
And that is called media literacy.
Yes.
Right? Because not everything, and especially on social media,
Yes, sir.
I would say about 80% of the things you see on social media are not fully accurate. All right? And so it is good that you felt the need to ask. All right.
Sir.
Second issue is that it is not true.
Okay, sir.
The government of Jamaica has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of the United States. It is not yet operationalized, meaning that though we have an agreement, no one has been brought to Jamaica under that agreement because we have not worked out as yet the terms on which they would come. What we have worked out with them is that we're not taking no murderer, we're not taking no rapist, we're not taking no pedophile, no one with a criminal background will be taken on that MOU. And I want to assure you of that.
Yes, sir.
And I want to then now take you to another analysis of the situation as a Jamaican.
Yes, sir.
You remember when they were seeking to increase the number of Jamaicans who were being deported here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you realize how strongly I sent a message to the persons who are coming back. That when you come back to Jamaica, nobody come here
Yes, sir. Yes,
with no
sir.
badness. Nobody feel like it's the same Jamaica that you left 10 years ago. When you come back here, different business.
Yes,
and
sir.
I was very strong on that.
Yes, sir.
Then you think, say, no, me would have got take foreign criminal come here.
That is why.
Yeah, some of the things them me no know.
That
If the
is why I
people them
try
really
to.
think,
That
right?
is why I
But-
try to get to you to find out
Yes.
the real fact.
Yeah, so watch me
Because-
now. Me work hard, you know. The police them work hard to bring the situation under control.
Yes.
And by the way, to be frank, The Americans never even approach us with that.
All right, Jamaica, you hear that? To be frank, the Americans didn't approach us with that. And not only that, he's saying that Jamaica will not be taking any pedophiles, any criminals to Jamaica. Before I go to the next bombshell, which you all know, let me just have Seaga speak to us as it relates to this snake oil salesman. Seaga, big up yourself. Talk to it.
Big up yourself. Big up. Bless up.
Bless it.
Panel, bless up on yourself. So, Mystic.
Blessings, my brother.
Blessings. So, as I sit here and I listen, no, I want people to think in Jamaica. When you look down for your youths and look for your grandchildren and think about the future, right? Think about the future. Now, the reason why I say this, right? Sometimes you have to think ahead. And I get it. People live for the day and they don't think about tomorrow sometimes. But, you know, I think about the future because the kids and the children, they are the future, right? So now being said that, I want to stick to the point that you're making. Right? Mr. Bruce Golden. Sir, one-eye man, let me ask you a question. So I gather that you and Mrs. Marks, you guys been very close friends for a lot of years. I don't know how close enough, people. Don't get me wrong. But the way the man jump out and come out in a Philadelphia where he is like, you know, like, you know, I disrespect nobody, but you know, something is there. I don't know, because when she says something, him come out and him just blast the one of them, right? Look like him vex. To me, it look like him vex and him just, you know. So the thing that I'm saying is, people, Donald Trump, right? Mr. the Orange Man, I call him the Orange Man in USA. He's not gonna be here forever.
Tell them, Seaga.
Yes, this cloak, you know, that has been thrown over Andrew and his whole operation. I'm not even going to call it a government. I call it an operation because they're executing back to back, right? But they're getting caught back to back and nobody's holding them accountable except for Mystic Sensation, right? Now, the reason why I say that, no, I want people to pay attention to this class tonight because when Mystic is showing you certain things, you know, he's going deep into your mind and he's basically trying to activate your thoughts.
Exactly.
And mine has been activated. So now, let me just see if I'm on the right track, Mystic. So this gentleman, the one-eyed Bruce, came out and said this. R.G. Marks came out and said that. R.G. Marks was the first one to come out. And then you got Andrew lying to the people normally, right?
Exactly.
Now, Donald Trump is not going to be there forever. Donald Trump lost. I saw your angle today. He's losing, and he's going to lose in November coming. So the cloak is going to get revealed. But let me ask you a question, people. The terrorists on Jamaica right now, you think they're going to be wicked now? Wait until Donald Trump leave office. Wait. Because you see what you have done, Andrew? And Andrew, may I talk to you now? You see what you have done and the conundrum that you have made? Because me personally, I don't think there's no money in these TCNs. I don't think there's no money. I think it's a trade-off for the expedition of your criminal that you have in there.
Hold on, Seaga. Seaga, hold on. You can't talk about, hold on, Seaga. You can't speak a bombshell like that and just, you understand, just want to run to the next. Speak what you just said, because that is exactly what it is. Repeat what you just said for me, Seaga.
What I'm saying is, let me repeat. Me personally, I don't think there's no money in this TCM agreement with this and that. I think that's not even valid. All right? I honestly think you're trying to say your ministers and your friends that's in your criminal organization from being extradited from Jamaica to the United States. Right? Now, the thing that I say, the reason why I say this is because, Andrew, look at the calamity that you have put the Jamaican people in because of you covering for your friends. I don't even know if you're covering for yourself. It could be your wife that you're covering for all I know. But there's some covering up going here. And if, Jesus Christ, if you did this to save your own ass, excuse my language, if you did this to save your own ass and your friends' ass and your personal investment people asses, listen to me, it's going to come to a halt. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. Donald Trump is not going to be in power forever to protect you, you idiot. You understand what I'm saying to you, Andrew? He's not going to be there to protect you forever.
Well said, my brother.
So you need to tell me that with all these dots that are being put together, right? Because people, remember, I know, him not care if them are rapists or drug addicts. Him not care if them are, pill pop or rapists are one of the most despicable humans from planet Earth. The guy done tell it on the news, say, yo, I rather me up. I rather, matter of fact, let me quote you, Andrew, and I'm going to change what you said. So this is Andrew, people. Listen, Andrew say, yo, to all you little TCNs running around here with guns and trying to rape my little Jamaican girls, we're going to radam you with a police officer. And that's what I do from now. Right? Nobody is stopping this man from sending the police out to murder you. There's no outside entity speaking about this. I don't even know if they know or not. But somebody is inside something and they seeing this. So the TCNs, if they even do something crazy, you get what? Radam. And of that Trump light. See me? So now for the exchange of the TCN agreement. And I guarantee you there's something in that MOU report that has to say something towards this. Not saying that they're going to hurt them if they do something in our country. But you're accepting so many. Maybe he's doing this because he's trying to get as much as he can before Donald Trump moves out. Because look at the timing that he's doing it. Right after a hurricane. People, come on, we're not stupid.
Yes.
We just got hit with a catastrophe.
Exactly.
What are you doing here? Think deep, and think about the future. Because once Donald Trump leaves and the next Prime Minister of America comes in, you think tariffs are going, you know? Even when you accept the TCN agreement, when it's not even been finalized in American courts as yet, this is criminality at its highest level. People, wake up.
Exactly. Blessings, Seaga. Blessings. Well said. And I like how Seaga concluded, right, giving a reflection, right, of human trafficking. Our next administration, right? And I'm just saying this because we don't know between now and November as it relates to the way how the Integrity Commission investigators are moving so rapidly that Andrew Holness, right, will be charged. Because we had seen that he had exhausted a portion of his judicial review. Right? So we have to bear that in mind. Everything is coming down. But Andrew Holness said to us, communicated to us, as a matter of fact, to the entire Jamaica, via TikTok, saying that he wouldn't fought so hard to bring down the crime situation and bring in criminals, pedophiles. I want to remind Andrew Holness, right, as it relates to what Bruce Golding is saying, and which I believe Bruce Golding. So let me remind you, as it relates to what Marco Rubio is saying and what you have to hug up, and as it relates to what Seaga is saying. Because of your criminality and your corruption, You are accepting 10,000. No other person, no other country in the Caribbean is doing that. So let me remind you.
From third countries. So we are active, not just El Salvador, we are working with other countries to say, we want to send you some of the most despicable human beings to your countries. Will you do that as a favor to us? And the further away from America, the better, so they can't come back across the border. I'm not apologetic about it. We are doing that. The president was elected to keep America safe and to get rid of a bunch of perverts and pedophiles and child rapists out of our country. Here's something else we've done. We stopped giving student visas to people who are coming here to burn down our universities and take over libraries and harass people. Why are we giving student visas to people who are...
Okay, let me just dismiss this piece of trash, because he is what he is. And let me just, line up for bringing Melting Pot right in this, because how could America, I'm not going to generalize with a big paintbrush. Donald Trump administration, because remember, right? We have, let me just take this call. Yes, my sister, you're on Sister Mystic Sensation. Live, please go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Mystic. Good evening, Mr. Mystic Senior, and good evening, Melting Pot.
All right. Thank you, my dear.
Good evening. Good evening.
Well, Mystic, I don't know what to say. You are like an encyclopedia, but every week you come.
Thank you.
The situation is getting worse.
Oh, yes.
It's not getting any better. It is getting worse. I today watched what Andrew Olney's Day called Independence Day. And the money that has been spent there today, I'm sure it's ridiculous funds. And the people them that Jamaica are dead for hungry and I look up in a God's sky.
Mighty God.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But you know what? You see, the more the stories unfolding, is the nearer you foot go to prison, and it won't be in. It will be in and in Alibaba then, because they're telling the lies. They're telling all the lies. And the lies now are sinking. The lies are sinking in. Right? Because it's just becoming one chaotic confusion.
Speak to your sister. It seems like the Wi-Fi is going in and out. Or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll ring back another time then.
Okay.
Because I am in and out. I am in and out.
Okay. Thank you, my dear. All right. Thank you. Okay. Our Wi-Fi is just going out, in and out. And when you look on the snake eye salesman, Andrew Holness, believe that, okay, all right, I can just put this out there and it just happened. And so then you believe that when you come and tell us that, okay, all right, you're not going to accept criminals and so forth and so forth. Marco Rubio is saying, contrary to what you're saying. And we have seen it. So when we look at that, we have seen that Jamaica face a conundrum. How could the United States love us? And what we have been through, but still pressure our government to accept 10,000 TCN, and where America within the TCN program is now sending most of the despicables, the pedophiles, the rapists to a country that suffered 2 serious hurricanes and the country is on its back leg. How could the United States demonstrate a love to us? And we tell them, United States doesn't have friends. They have interests. And let me just make the way for Melting Pot. Melting Pot.
Well, this saga continues to rumble on. And rumble on in a way where It's confusing to a lot of people, but not us. Because all we have to look at, you know, is the people behind the whole project. And those people are the United States, you know, legislator. Now, if you listen to what Marco Rubio just said, yeah, in that press briefing,
Hold the line. Hold on.
I don't know if Andrew Holness did listen what Marco Rubio says. Marco Rubio clearly identified the type of people that he will be sending, yeah, on the program to the third country. Okay? I'm telling them, despicable, rapists, pedophile, murderers, and all these things. But we have Andrew Holness in a TikTok, you know, video stating the opposite. And I mean lying to one of his supporters, because the lady fully dressed in green. Lying to him one supporter. So my Jamaican people just look at that, you know. You say, Andrew lied to the lady, where she named Miss Brown. Yeah? I lied to her and I'm supporter. Just listen to what Rubio said. Rubio said it all. And the fact of the matter that Andrew Holness is now stating that it's not United States who initiated the thing. It's like Jamaica go to them. Then it shows you say Andrew protect the compromisation side of film story when no America have upon him. Andrew knows that him are the reason why Jamaica get 10,000 of these people, because no other country have the number of people listed for coming in them country like what Jamaica have, you know. That's some little numbers, yeah?
Melting pot, hold on, melting pot, hold it. Let me just put in, because you close the show. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to finish two more serious bombshell situation, but I will have to do them tomorrow. Let me just let in this caller and then we just have you clear up for us, because the caller is holding a little bit too long. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yes, Mystic. I'm calling from New York.
Yes.
How does Andrew Holness know about those people? Okay? He doesn't get the criminal history. So what the hell is he talking about? They're not pedophile and whatever. Andrew Holness is a big criminal himself, and he's supposed to go then.
Well, I think, hold on, caller. I think what the caller is saying, Jamaica, let me just make you understand what the caller is coming from. There is no way that Andrew Holness could have gotten the profile, character, and those people, so that Andrew Holness don't know, right, the type of character that will be coming here. And the caller is right. The caller is 100% correct, right? So, yes, caller, go ahead.
Yeah, he's fooling the people, man. He's fooling Jamaican people, and he's trying to make it rain, man. Come on. You know?
Yes, you're correct. You're correct, caller.
Telling the people that they don't have no criminal record of those people. He will never get it, because not even America can get them criminal record, much less.
And you are correct. You are correct. Based on SOP, standard operating procedures. Exactly. You are correct.
You know? So I'm the one who do that. These are SHIT, man. Okay, man. I'll keep on listening to your program, man.
Thank you very much.
From New York, man.
Yeah, really appreciate it, caller. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Blessings.
Man.
All right. Yes, melting pot. Yes. Finish up and close this off. Tomorrow, Jamaica will continue with the bombshell, right? That will be coming as it relates to Darrell Vaz, right? Situation. And of course, more situation with the TCN. So, and we'll be coming out with more bombshell. That's just that plain. We couldn't just get to do all of them because I have to finish by 3:30. I have to finish because I have other errands that I want to run. So please forgive me. I couldn't finish. So let me just have Melting Pot close us out. Melting Pot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when we hear with Jamaican people from all over the world calling the program and how disgruntled they are, yeah, it just shows, you know, how irritated every Jamaican is with the current leader of the country. You know, because as I said, we're seeing blatantly lie to one of my own supporter. Yeah, a woman of seniority, yeah, and them try to trick her and con her and lie to her. And this is why we said to Jamaican people, do not believe a single word will come out of Holness' mouth. Because Holness is a criminal, as with the last caller just, outline him to be. And it's no secret, he's a criminal. And that is why he cannot object to. If Donald Trump didn't even say 200,000, he have to take them. He can't object. Because Donald Trump have him right where he want. Yeah. Donald Trump have Andrew back up against the wall. And that's why Rubio speak the way him speak when I deal with Jamaican official. Because them not really have them as nobody have any substance. Them just see them as be a criminal who's supposed to be behind bars. And we are doing guys a favor by keeping them out of prison. So just give it what we want. Anything we ask them to do, just do as on told. Yeah? So we know from that point of view. Yeah? Because here it is. Audrey Marks, Horace Chang, Dana Morris, and Bruce Golding all indicate that United States initiated the program. Yeah? Andrew Wallace is the only one who said something else.
Exactly.
Like it's him got to them. Like it's not US forced the 10,000 TCN national upon him because of him criminality and him high level of corruption. He's trying to paper over the cracks. But we know say I know him crack again as some big massive hole. Yeah, everybody can see through it. Yeah, because senior individual within him cabinet ministry are saying something else from what he's saying, and what Rubio says confirm that Andrew is telling lie. Andrew is trying to make out to Jamaican that he has the full background check on these people and they are not what people are hearing them to be in social media. And that 80% away step on social media, nobody enough to believe it. Yeah? But when time them did I use social media to win them election, social media was good for Andrew. Yeah? It was 100% within Andrew favor. No. I'm go 20%. But we not listen to Andrew, you know. What we want Andrew to do is we just, come out and just declare himself, not up for the job. Leave the position, just take his medicine, everything will come at him, from the Integrity Commission to the international, investigation agent who have investigate him currently as we speak. Because everything with them have upon him, they on file, And it's on Donald Trump preventing Andrew Willis from being arrested by foreign counterpart. Remember and touch the SWIFT system. Remember, member from him cabinet went to Mexico to collect 140,000 US, two of them. I remember them that come under some scrutiny and some holding up process that go on with them and some, secret deal that met before them release them and the money. Darrell Vaz and Ardisha are the two culprits. Them can tell us, yes, them go under intensive investigation. And it's a body who align themselves to them. Senior man as well, when you hear about him in the ongoing thing in the region, when you ever except how we want him, and I want them come shed some light and free up Pumbas and Manayard and release them with the money, make them carry the money come at Jamaica. And them going at some secret deal. That's how them could bring back the 140,000 US to Jamaica. That's how them wasn't held in prison in Jamaica. Stringed it up to pull. So Jamaican people, America have Jamaica in the palm of them hand under this administration. And that is the reason why we have to change the administration so we can take back Jamaica out of the palm of the American hand under the present president. You understand? We have to do that. It is imperative that we as Jamaican, move in that regard to get rid of this man. Else we not have no Jamaica. Yeah? Because when you have a criminal, that is known internationally, and when you have body like FBI, Yeah, Scotland Yard. And all those powerful security arms. Yeah. That govern the world where security is concerned. This man should be behind bars. It's only Trump to prevent him. And him give a lot to Trump. He has given a lot of things to Donald Trump. And so we have to, rein in this guy. The lies, the trick, the con, the pilfering, all of them things they have to stop in Jamaica. Because Jamaica currently just cannot take no more of this. This is why the country stop growing. This is why the country find itself in a financial bind. Yeah. And this is why the people in Jamaica suffer. Because all this and them conglomerate, them take for the money. Them take for the money. And they have been doing it for over decades. And now the country has now crumbled under that pilfering. Yeah, crumble. There's nothing more. When you look, you see big enterprise are closed down because of the economy. Just look at Mega Mart. But I said to my Jamaican people, sometimes we have to go through hardship, to come out good on the other side. I'm glad when we see a go on. People, don't take it as melting pot being arrogant towards your life in Jamaica. You see where I go on now with the big store them are closed, it will put pressure upon holiness. A lot of people now have no job to go. Yeah? And that is putting pressure on holiness. Because remember, Mega Mart and the Azan them control it, And remember, Azan did come out and tell us that the worst in the economy in 30 years. Them man they have to do what them have to do to get rid of holiness. Because them not want him there. He might mash up them business line. Yeah? So they must scale on operation. Now when you have so much people, now I look for job. Where do I get job? So them people have to go do the right thing and vote out all this. And if you don't mind, sure, people take to the street. Because this remind me of when Seaga did come in and start lay up the 760,000 workers. You understand? This remind me of that, This way I go on currently. So everything now, I come to bump. Yeah? The gravy pot a boil down and you smell it more and more, so all this they near the prison door. All this a fret, All this can't sleep when night come. That's why I talk like a lunatic when I'm go out there now. You notice that vibrancy, it not attach itself to him anymore. Because we expose him. One time he was free on stage, I tell a lie, Because I know nobody never fact check him or things I lie, I tell. With the more for reverse psychology antics. Now we expose him. So I really have much to say when him come out to talk. Him talk like a big old Don said. Yeah, just listen to how I speak to the lady. And you can't know him I tell a lie, him voice change. In that clip the way you just play a while ago, when him start like to Miss Brown, him voice change. Now when you have a leader and he must speak, but him voice start to show tendency of changing from one accent to a next accent. They tell us them alive. We can't keep this guy no more, because here it is, our people still and that appalling, They get money, he may look after the people, but he might take 10,000 people from United States. And he might give them better accommodation than our people were under the tent. Yeah, we're under the blue tarpaulin. Can't come put them under blue tarpaulin and put them out there in the wilderness, wide open wilderness. Can't do that. You might have to house them in a proper accommodation. So you want to tell me say you have the preference to outside people than your own in terms of living accommodation? All this a joke, man. But it's a reason why all this a joke now. A pressure take him now, A pressure take him and he won't do the decent thing to resign. That's all they have to do. Resign and face the medicine. Remember, holiness. 10 years now, you live off of the taxpayers back, And you live a good life. So what happened? You live your good life, man. And you live your time good. In a big mansion. Now, if a time if you go to prison, go pay the price for wear teeth, You just go ahead, man. Because we now go keep you and mash up a country, Jamaica can't take another year of holiness. The name not go as far as the next 5 years. It just can't take another year. That's why I predict him Me and Byron predict him to leave the place this 2026. Yeah? So all the delay tactics where them a deal with and all them thing that both them a seek judicial review and all them garbage. I just delay tactics to remain in public office. But we go and find the key to open the door, to push you through, to tell you to go. Sheriff tell you to pack your bag and go long time. And right now, if you do what Sheriff said, you're probably not in so much conundrum. Yeah? The predicament the one is find himself in right now. You know. Him right now, me I tell my Jamaican people, him sorry say him didn't even make the move that I made. I'm sorry. Because the man that increase in pressure, every tick the clock tick. The private sector them turning against him. Him own supporters them a burn him. Everything a crumble around him. Everything. Him security force gone rogue and sell cocaine. Yeah, I have link to the trade network internationally. This is all under FEMA administration, everything gone south.
All right, Melting Pot, let me give you a minute to finish up because I have to run. Trust me.
Yes, sir, Byron. So, you know, as we are come to the closing of this Thursday afternoon live presentation, we just want to tell the people them say, you know, we have to make the right decision for our country and ourselves, man, and the future generation. Yeah? We can't make a one individual, yeah? We claim same come from the boil of the poor, destroy the country. And I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, blessed Melting Pot, really love the delivery. My people, let me say this, right? Unfortunately, we have to quickly come to a closure, right? Because I have to run. I have another important errand to catch. So, but however, see me tomorrow, same place, same time, right? With more bombshell, right? It's just a, you know, we couldn't just, you know, deliver everything today, obviously. But tomorrow, right, we will, of course, continue the sensitization, right, of information, right, building the awareness to our people. I want to say before I go, I love all my Jamaican brothers and sisters. Melting Pot, once again, big up. You understand? Love you, my brother. Blessings. And we say, safe travel on the gravel. Big up yourself.
Because there is no sun or road to travel on. So
all right.
Just traverse on the gravel with safety. Bless up my people. Love you all.
All right.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew I live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high rise, road still full of hope. House pocket to a fill, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in a politics we ever see. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. The people we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are not on the door. Wholeness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Wholeness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You're bringing the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan, but 10 years later we still can't understand. Corruption report London, nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Roads crack up parish council, bro. Country suffocate, done and it just smoke. And when we raise the voice, so call we political, but the truth is the truth, and the truth is biblical. Time to go. The people. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know hear us. We are knock on the door. Time to go. From Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. How you live so large when we living so scanty? Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice. Them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate. Jamaica speaking and I know too late. Time to go. The people. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more. You know. Kingston to Negri, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh, yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. We can't afford feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.